My name is Jeannie Salshley, and I am a K-5 science teacher in PS376, which is in Bushwick, Brooklyn.
My name is Christine Buffalino. I work at Sunset Park School, which is in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, so Carol Ann Wyke, librarian, and I teach in Valley Stream 13 at Willow Road School.
Hi, I am Danique White. I currently teach at MS 358 located in Jamaica, Queens.
I believe that it allowed me to have a shift in my teaching, to allow me to engage students in different modalities, to allow me to encourage students to express themselves verbally and honor their language.
Sometimes I believe that I struggle with helping students relate to the lessons that are being taught so that it can become more realistic and more of a experiential opportunity for them. As a result, through this Kid Talk experience, not only have I learned how to engage students into deeper conversations in the classroom, but how to make sure that the units are more relatable.
I think by the first day when we all had to thrive our ideas up on the board and then pick out which would best suit the needs of the students that we work with.
Something that I've never done before. I worked with other teachers to develop a cohesive set of lessons. We had a target that we were working towards. We had some new understandings and new strategies we're incorporating, and we actually taught them together and then debriefed about them and then planned next steps.
Our day one was draw your favorite outfit, and that's a personal connection. It actually gives students an ownership. It also gives them that social and emotional caring of like, oh, I want to know what you like, and you know, what are your favorite things?
Join STEM Teachers. It is the best organization any teacher needs to be a part of.
I would always tell them to use this as a resource to change their lessons from a traditional skill and drill type of a lesson plan to engage in more STEM activities and more student-centered learning opportunities.
The key thing I think I've walked away with is connection. Student connecting to their learning. And I would definitely provide my co-teachers with the strategies so that they can help students to make the same connection to the lessons that they teach.
I get to experience new techniques as well as concepts, and then be able to bring them back and share them with everybody else. And then when I bring it home, I can create something, a unit, where everybody can use it and then bring it back to my colleagues.
I've heard about models where teachers work together and then they go in the classroom and they work together in the classroom and then they debrief and they exchange ideas. I've never experienced that. I didn't experience that in my teacher training program. In the trainings that I've been, we often put on your student hat, and so you pretend to go through the learning process as a student, but this was really a different take on it where we were thinking as teachers how we can best use strategies with different populations of students, and then we developed lessons, and then we actually went in together and taught it.
Yeah, James Burke. I teach in rural western Kansas, teach high school science at Trigo Community High School. My role in this has been kind of an observer, looking at ways to take this back to elementary teachers in Kansas and try to incorporate some of what we've learned here in a rural setting.
Penny Blue, and I taught the last 18 years at Lyons High School in Lyons, Kansas. My role in this workshop was kind of semi-participant slash observer.
Well, Penny, the other Kansas teacher and I need to get together and try to find a location. We were looking for a location with a higher ELL population, and then just look at ways to use Kansas standards and try to get buy-in from some of our local elementary teachers.
I think we have a lot of questions because both me and the other teacher have more experience with high school and middle school workshops. So I think we have to think about how we would structure that.
I think seeing how active learning is different than teacher-directed learning, and the students really got engaged and were able to share their experiences, and that really enriched the learning environment and deepened their learning.
I think what surprised me about the workshop was how much more that we could be doing with questioning.
Seeing the teachers change from their habits of telling information and letting students figure it out.
You have to be very intentional in your thinking going in so that you don't tell the students too much and therefore stifle their creativity and their understanding.
I would say that because the work was generally group-oriented, and that when we came up with ideas for the lessons and we were evaluating each other's lesson plans and work, it really was a collaborative effort. And you're going to leave here with something that you can use.
This was designed for teachers in mind. It was very realistic in terms of the hurdles we typically have to deal with in the classroom.
Well, it was teachers. I think everybody here is a teacher, so it was teachers working together to collaborate. There wasn't somebody telling us the right way necessarily. It was a lot of collaboration.
It was very eye-opening to not only receive the various strategies which can be taken back into the classroom, but to see it being executed and also be able to reflect and consider how it can be adapted for this population of students I serve.